the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bring in the heat. Gets it to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking downfield on first down. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
Get set, get set.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. Rush is on him. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and breaks into the open. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. And the Hoosiers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Indiana, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's okay. The offense coordinator is not upset because, listen, quarterback decision-making, find your guys, find your matchups. He's made big plays already. He's already put up a game's worth of stats. Continue to find that guy. You'll have some misses, but he is your guy.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got the back over the middle.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Hauls it in. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That's caught. It's Salter. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires it down the seam. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half.
Indiana 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll give it to him again. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they'll run it to the right here. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming. Caught close to the marker. It's Roper. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one.
There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
See if they can get it done on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
49, Indiana, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Off play action. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Finds some fresh air. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment.
To the air on first down. Fakes the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, he makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Roper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Lincoln. Unloads to the wideout. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 15. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay?
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. trouble now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Ohio State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Lincoln. Grab near the marker. It's Roper. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working the middle, it's complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They ran it on first down, now on second. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He makes a catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Wide out trying to get it in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party trick. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Lincoln. Quickly out to the tight end. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.